the line against New South Wales at the Sydney Cricket Ground. 41 years ago, Jack Captain Blood Dyer led the Big V into the harbour city. Tonight, another Tiger who thrives on state footy, Dale Waitman, is leading the VICs. New South Wales boasts an equally famous captain in Terry Danaher. Victorian-New South Wales rivalry is part and parcel of Australian folklore. Tonight, they carry that competition onto the SCG as 44 of the best footballers in the country do battle. And a historic match between New South Wales and Victoria. Victoria kicking to the left of screen, New South Wales to the right. Ironmonger wins the first tap, and it's going to be slippery and pretty tough in that centre square.
Gee, those conditions in the centre are terrible, aren't they?
Had quite a bit of rain in the last couple of hours. You'll notice the umpire immediately throwing it up. Mitchell tries to get a quick kick away. He's been the #1 possession getter in the AFL this season. Silvani thumps it towards the boundary line. Krasiska's handball, missed the body. Collins looks for a free and gets it.
So Andrew Collins will take the first effective kick of the match. The boos, of course, are for the big white V here on the Sydney Cricket Ground. Punched away. There's a free kick being picked out of it.
It's against Brownless. Put his arm on the shoulder of Stoneham.
Stoneham will take the free kick at half forward for Victoria. He's too far out to score. Barry Stoneham. Bit of form shown last Friday night against the Swans. Last line of defence. Brereton gets it back. Gleeson tap on into the goal square. It'll be helped through. Ellison can't control it. Takes it over the boundary line. And Brett Ellison's hurt himself. Crashed into the fence. Recovered fairly quickly. Slightly favouring the leg. Now the ruck work to be done by Salmon and Ironmonger. It comes out the back. Opportunity for Fireland. He can't break clear. Now Waitman. Snapshot for goal by Waitman is offline. It's out of bounds on the full in the right forward pocket for Victoria. And the free kick to be taken by Anthony Danaher.
Very heavy conditions in that forward pocket, you'll notice.
Let's hope it doesn't rain anymore, Bruce.
One of 4 brothers out there tonight, a couple on the interchange bench. Little one off the ground by Gary Lyon. Handball back by Stoneham to Lovett. Drop punt, Brereton. Gayfer wears him. And Brereton will get a free kick.
Big job from Michael Gayfer to contain a player of this man's ability.
He's been suffering with the flu for the last couple of days, but loves the big occasion. Delights in centre stage. Just a little one. And he's got Scott.
So that was good play because there weren't any options in the goal square. Salmon had made the lead. Brereton just too long with the ball. And there was good play eventually by Brereton to spot Scott.
He's a very good kick, but this will take his best. 45 metres out, tucked away, and it's a behind. So the Big V score first, albeit a minor one.
Part of the crowd here that are braving the conditions at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Anthony Danaher preparing to kick the ball back into play for New South Wales. As we said, they were very, very pumped up. They've got absolutely nothing to lose. No one really expects them to win. The mark has been taken by Brownless. Brownless is at centre-half back. And Billy makes no mistake, like he did on Friday night. He's kicked the centre-half forward, punched away. Swooping on the football is Ellison. Ellison's kick into the forward pocket. Could be a New South Wales mark. No, Langford punches it away, but Ellison swoops on it. Ellison goes for goal. The first goal. No, it's not. Just misses to the right. A brilliant kick by Ellison, but it floated across the face.
That was great play because Ellison's in the back pocket, and to get down so far following the Rovers, great play.
Langford to bring her back in for the Big V.
Victoria playing the huddle.
To his teammate Collins. Going to see a lot of chest marks tonight. So Collins from half-back, Ironmonger on the mark. Centre wing, Stoneham, Brownless gets into his back. Waitman, still Waitman. Handball good to Gleeson. It'll sit. Gleeson with a little one to Lovett. Handball on is very good, and here's a walk-up goal for Silvani, and he puts it through.
Well, Dipper, what would you recommend?
Quattro ai venti.
Quattro, what?
Tender piping hot meat, bathed in a delicately spiced, exquisite gravy, them encased in a golden pastry envelope.
It's truth.
More 4 and 20s, Maestro. Going right up. 4 20.
4 and 20. Ripper, dipper. Oi, can we see the beer list?
No worries.
4 and 20, the great Australian taste.
So back in the centre, Victoria lead by 1 goal. Kick off the ground by Lyon, goes up towards half forward. Scott's a chance, overruns it. Eustace is the New South Wales player. And the umpire has awarded a free kick to Mark Eustace. Couldn't quite pick that out, Don, because he really didn't try to move the ball on, and it looked okay from me, Robert Scott's tackle. But Eustace kick up to half forward, reading it pretty well off the pack as Toohey. Toohey's kick to full forward, no mark, good punch by Langford, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in. John Longmire, the New South Wales player there, and now Michael Werner in the picture. All these players looking quite different in the Guernsey representing New South Wales. Longmire doing the ruck work against Steins, and if you can hold that big man out, you're doing pretty well. O'Donnell's on the bottom of it for Victoria. He can't break away. The umpire will come in and bounce, and already Barry Mitchell looks a bit like Al Jolson.
Michael Werner's lost his boot. There's a little bit of traction too on that turf.
Steins at the back. Still no free kick. Steins off the ground. Werner with just the 1 boot. Snaps a goal, and another behind. It was Graham Wright that gave the handball to Silvani, not Lovett. So that was earlier for the Big V. So it's 2 points New South Wales and 1-1. Now Langford again goes wide, looking for Morwood. A race on. Toohey and Morwood. Tackling is ferocious. Wright tries to barge through, ducks his head and gets a free kick.
He does that quite a lot.
Knows this ground pretty well. To full forward, Longmire on a lead. Quick handball away by Brown was good. Left foot by Gleeson to centre half forward. Oh, Brownless does it and does it magnificently. Handball to Gafer. Comes wide to Ironmonger and gets the big fellow. He's got players running for him. Allison, not a good handball. Krasiska there, and it'll be a throw-in on centre wing.
Good strong play there by Krasiska, because he was always going to put his body in where it could have been hurt. Boundary throw-in on centre wing. Football fans, they're keen all round Australia. Wright overruns it. The ball comes out the back. Brown gets his foot to the ball. It's smothered by Bolton. Chance again for Brown. Best on the ground in the state game last year at the MCG. The hand pass goes towards Wright. He can't control it. Gleeson's nifty little hand pass to Krasiska. And Krasiska goes for goal. There's no one home for Victoria. And this mark has been taken in the goal square by Anthony Danaher. Anthony Danaher's kick out wide. And the mark here has been taken by Neil Cordy. He sweeps the hand pass. Oh, danger here. Toohey's well caught. Well tackled by Brown. And the hand pass goes over for a boundary throw-in.
It's very, very interesting at this stage that these guys, naturally enough, are not used to one another's style of play. Salmon's been on a couple of leads when he thought they were on, but they've completely ignored him.
Anthony Danaher, the hand pass intercepted by Gleeson to Waitman, and Waitman kicks an easy goal. Very easily done, Dale Waitman.
The story.
13-2. Free kick to Brown in the centre for Victoria. Drop punt to centre half forward. Brereton on a long lead at the back. Ironmonger. Bolton. A quick kick round his body. See a lot of that tonight. Silvani. Carey. Brown. Silvani. And it'll be bounce down, throw up.
Great combination there between Silvani and Brown to negate that forward effort there by New South Wales. They were really going to get away then, but desperation by the Victorians.
Even the people from country practice, I was going to say, are out here tonight.
They're keen too, eh, Bruce? The ball up by the umpire there. No one can break away. So we'll have another ball up. Umpires Dennis Rich and Chris Mitchell officiating this evening. Steins and Ironmonger. It comes out to Neil Cordy. He can't get clear. Attempted kick off the ground by Potter. Now there's an opportunity for Toohey. Toohey's kick across his body goes towards centre half forward. Nearly a mark there to Longmire. It's been paid against Langford, Don.
I think it was a free kick. The umpire signifying, and I agree with him, tapping the shoulder, indicating around the neck. He was in front. Good positioning then by Longmire. But where I think New South Wales are going to fall down, just looking at the composition of their forward line, it's too big. They haven't got enough little fellas to get underneath the pack.
Longmire from 40 metres. Beautiful kick. New South Wales goal. A lovely drop punt kick there by John Longmire registers New South Wales first. They're 1-2-8. Victoria 2-1-13.
Well, as I just said, I think that composition of the forward line is a bit too top-heavy, but it was a good positioning there by the North Melbourne full forward, and a great kick.
Two 1-1-2, just 5 points in it, Ironmonger and Steins. Brown, pretty hard to hold your feet in that centre square. Allison, Terry Danaher, wobbles one to half forward. Lyon gets some distance. But a comfortable mark taken by Powell. Goes to the centre. Looking for Danaher. Steins at the back bolt. Tackle by Lovett was good. Scott might have been a bit unlucky not to get one. Ironmonger's got to bend down. Scott runs over him. Steins off the ground. Oh, good take by Danaher, but he couldn't keep his feet. And Wright's kick for goal is all right. It's through. 3-1-1-2. And Graham Wright gets his first.
Don, can I ask you a question about this? And I might be interjecting, but is there such a thing as kicking in danger against Jim Steins twice?
Well, we saw that, but yeah, well, you saw that, and I agree that's been around for a long time, and I wish the umpires would do something about it, but it's been around, the players know, but I always believe that the guy putting his hands down should be given protection.
Ball up back in the centre. Umpires electing at the centre bounce always to throw the ball in the air. It comes now to Billy Brownless. Left foot kick is quite effective. Covers about 40 metres. Overrunning it was Carey and Silvani. Mitchell also. Kick off the ground by Carey. Mark to Langford at full-back for Victoria. He goes for the hand pass. Now he's forced to kick. The kick is a bad one. Beautifully picked up by Collins. Hand pass is short. Punch goes to Allison. Allison's kick towards centre half forward. Push in the back to Longmire. Not seen by the umpire. Terry Danaher on the bottom of the pack. Langford there. Tries to get the hand pass out. Carey again is dumped. Longmire's kick. Goes wide to Gleeson. And he gathers the ball pretty well. Goes for the safety of the boundary line, does Adrian Gleeson. Krasiska falls over. Tries to get the hand pass out. It's picked up by Stevie Wright. He goes to Toohey. Toohey could goal from here. No, he doesn't. He kicks it to the front of the goal square. Punched away. A chance for Carey. He goals for New South Wales.
Points over New South Wales. Great contest so far. Right to Steins. To Lovett. Drop punt. Brereton in the front spot. Gayfer at the back. Brownless. Off the ground in desperation. The race is on. Brown, Cordy. Still Brown and Cordy.
Interesting to see Cordy lining up in a wing. Now, Neil Cordy started his career as a wingman at Footscray. He's been playing exceptionally well this year at centre half back for the Sydney Swans.
Steins playing a kick behind the play. Stoneham does a ruck work. Wright did very well against Brown and then gains 15 metres for a throw-in.
He was keen there, Stevie Wright. He wasn't going to let that ball get away for Victoria.
He's been in exceptional form too in the last 3 weeks.
Terrific stuff, yep.
Best on the ground last week.
Stoneham at the back, Ironmonger in the front. Free kick to Ironmonger.
I thought the advantage could have been played then.
Is it coming back to Stevie Wright?
Looks like Ironmonger's moving just across towards the centre, so it could be going back to Stevie Wright, Bruce.
So at half back. Centre wing. Tui gave him the lead. Went through Potter's fingers. And again a bounce down. So not much happening just at the moment. 5 points of difference. 3-1-2-2 Victoria in front.
He's a gun player, Gavin Brown, #1. He certainly puts his body in.
Well, the Victorians by now would know that there's going to be a real game of footy on. Kick by Morwood. Goes towards half forward. Nearly a mark to Stoneham. Play on. Scott can't break out of it. Krasiska tries to get the sweeping hand pass. Right. Kick towards Brereton. Punched away by Gayfer. Free kick to the New South Wales side. It'll go to that player, Michael Gayfer. Gayfer's in the back pocket. And he kicks the ball out towards half-back in the Ironmonger direction. The ball is gathered nicely by Collins. He can't break away. Potter's there for New South Wales. He'll kick it off the ground, and he gains about 30 metres for his side. And the ball, fortunately for New South Wales, bounces just inside the field of play. So we'll have a boundary throw in just forward of centre wing in New South Wales attacking half. John Ironmonger looks a rejuvenated player. Love it. Kick off the ground by that player. Gathered by Scott. Gives the hand pass to Wakeman. He's tackled well by Powell, the Richmond teammate. The ball comes to Brownless. He's beautifully tackled by Stoneham. The tackling is fierce. O'Donnell can't get a kick. The ball's still very, very difficult to move on. And the umpires...
Cross Bernard Toohey.
He's in the middle of all of that rough stuff, isn't he, Bernard Toohey?
Jerry O'Donnell not too happy with the knee being dropped on the back of the neck.
14-19, Big V lead. To half forward, Lovett, who's been very good, bolting off the ground. Carey and Silvani, and chipping in line. Danaher with courage, and does it well. Carey, still Carey. Just a little one is effective. Powell could have nearly gone on.
Terry Danaher.
Wasn't that magnificent? Like he was beaten by Lyon then.
Powell to the goal square. And Moore should run it through, and he does. So pressure on the Big V, 3-1 to 2-3. And Don, as you suggested, O'Donnell and Collins both running with the Rovers of New South Wales. They're going to follow them all night, Mitchell and Wright, respectively.
And, yeah, Waitman ruck roving, Bruce.
So Langford on a lead with Steins out in front of Ironmonger.
He's got a little bit too much athleticism as Jimmy Steins. His kick is wide. Scott, it may have gone out on the full. Boundary umpire out there is signalling no. It's been rushed over. So we'll have a boundary throw in. A little bit of the brighter lights here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Now, opportunity for Eustace, and he breaks clear. Ball obviously still in the field of play. The kick towards full forward. No mark taken. The struggle now. O'Donnell pushes the ball in front of himself as the rain starts to fall here again at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
In the Victorian rooms too, Ian, they wanted to make mention and send a cheerio to Tony Lockett, Andrew Buse, Gary Abbott, Paul Couch and Jason Dunstall, because they would have been definite inclusions in this Victorian team tonight. So, fellas, we hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Bolt looks for a free kick, not there. And again, a throw in on centre wing. Swans player Stevie Wright and David Bolton. Steins and Ironmonger. Good thump on there by Potter to Powell. Powell's got some space and some time. He's drop bunt. Langford in the front spot. Werner. Frawley did pretty well there. Lovett and Werner. Still with Sydney. Longmire has had to come a long way out. Bolt, quick kick. Back to half forward. Danaher looked for a free kick. Grounded brilliantly. Lovett ended up getting it. Quick handball on from Gleeson to Wright. And the Big V away. Salmon on a lead. Rennie's opponent under the ball. He's got a big chance to fish. Salmon off the ground, and it's a behind. 3-2-2-3, 5 points in it. Salmon's first score. Danaher to bring it back in. And it's a beauty. Right into the centre. Brother Terry. High one to half forward. Wright and Collins already having an excellent duel. Wright does splendidly, but kicks it wide, and Allison's got a chance. He's got 10 metres on Lovett. Can steady up. Go short, Longmire. Half volleys it. Keeps it in play. Might have been a mistake. Silvani. O'Donnell, and O'Donnell with some time, and he chips one across towards Stoneham.
O'Donnell's kick is short, but Stoneham gathers the ball pretty well. Gives it back to O'Donnell, back to Stoneham. Stoneham's little chip kick. Gleeson running around in circles now, gets onto his favoured right foot, kicks it into the pocket where Krasiska takes the mark. He's deeper than the forward pocket, Gavin Krasiska, more at half forward. The pass is okay. Brereton can't mark. Kick back by Eustace towards the half-forward area where the mark is taken by Krasiska. Gavin Krasiska Long kick by him, up to full forward. Nearly a mark there to Cordy. It's hurried through from behind to Victoria. So the Vics 3-3 lead by a goal. New South Wales 2-3. Anthony Danaher will kick the ball back into play. And again, he doesn't mess around. He kicks it straight up the ground looking for brother Terry. He tries to flip it onto Powell. Kick off the ground by Potter was ineffective. Picked up by Steins. The kick wide. Scott is beaten for it by Eustace. Eustace again. Kick off the ground. Good play, Mark Eustace. Oh, he just fell over. Was he tripped? He could have been. Yes, the umpire blows the whistle and the free kick will go to Mark Eustace. And he's a real goer, Mark Eustace. He's done pretty well. What you'd consider a couple of rejections, but now holding his place nicely in the Swans lineup.
Gleeson from centre wing. Bangs it back to half forwards. And an excellent mark by Salmon. Strong attack on the ball. Goal square vacant. Salmon goes to the goal square. Good kick. I think it's a goal. It is.
The bounce back in the centre, or the ball up back in the centre. The ball is forced wide. Scott. Can he break the Bolton tackle? No. Ball comes towards Potter. O'Donnell flips it to his own advantage and then gives the hand pass to Lovett. Lovett's kicked to full forward. Salmon's there again. He's too tall. Waitman's bumped out of it by Powell. Now the New South Wales team, with desperation, forced the ball backwards. It was Filan for a rush behind to Victoria. That's their third rush behind. The Vics 4-4 plays New South Wales 2-3. And we've got steady rain falling at the Sydney Cricket Ground, making it very difficult. Brilliant mark taken by Brereton, considering the slippery ball. Plays on quickly, short pass, chipping in as Mitchell, and he takes a good mark at half-back. Barry Mitchell plays on quickly, kicks it wide, out towards the wing. Punched away by Brown. O'Donnell gathers it. Brown. Back it goes to Morwood. Morwood's kick is a shocker. And I mean a shocker because Shane Morwood usually controls the football so brilliantly. That one was a very uncustomary kick for him. Free kick to be taken by Allison in the back pocket. Allison kicks the ball 50 metres out towards the wing. Punched away. Neil Cordy dispossessed by Gleeson. Gleeson left foot, no. Left-hand hand pass. O'Donnell. O'Donnell's kick towards full forward. Steins, it's punched away. It's in the pocket. Another chance for Waitman. He can't gather. Oh, that's got to be a free kick, surely. Oh, he was hammered into the turf, Dale Waitman.
And Sydney are making a change. Potter, Craig Potter coming out of the centre. Well, New South Wales making a change, and Chris Danaher coming on.
So 3 of the Danahers are out there, and when Neil comes out, they might have 4 on the field at once.
Salmon's hand on Ironmonger's shoulder.
Ironmonger to half-back. Lyon. With him, Terry Danaher. And it'll be a throw-in. So New South Wales under pressure. It's 28-15, 4-4 to 2-3. Their captain, courageous Terry Danaher. It's been a spirited first quarter. Steins just gets rid of Ironmonger cleverly. O'Donnell. Ironmonger did well. Mitchell. Only as far as Lovett. With some distance. Brereton and Krasiska. Gayford there. Scott could almost kick a goal. He's a beautiful kick, and that's no exception right there, but Danaher back. Anthony this time goes wide. Chris Danaher there, but chipping in front of him, his teammate Powell, who's got a cut over his left eye. Handball. Puts some pressure on Bolt. Able to get back with a bit of time. Then chips a short one. Centre wing. Brownless with a thumping drop punt. Werner in the centre. Morwood. And is that out of bounds on the full? No, touched. And it'll be a throw in. This rain getting heavier. Conditions pretty tough here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Half forward flank. And the New South Wales attacking.
Left half forward for New South Wales with 3 minutes left in the term. The ball comes to Gleeson. He gets the hand pass away to his Carlton teammate Silvani. Intercepted by Mitchell. The kick towards full forward. No mark taken. Langford in front. Gets his foot to the ball and kicks it wide. Opportunity for Wright. He leaves it for Lovett, who gives it to Morwood. And Morwood at half-back running up towards the wing. He kicks it in towards the centre. It'll be difficult, but Wright's got time to give the hand pass to Gleeson. Gleeson, who was best man on the ground against Hawthorn on Saturday. He's kicked towards half-forward. Now the chance, the desperate stuff is by New South Wales. Gaffer gets the hand pass to Cordy, but look at the tackle by Gavin Brown. Desperate stuff by the Victorians. It gives Brereton the chance to swing around onto the right foot. The kick slews off the side of his boot. Now the advantage is with New South Wales with 3 against 2. But the ball comes back to Brereton. He drops the slippery ball. The ball comes back to Brown. Brown onto the right foot. Kicks it towards goal. Chipping in is Anthony Danaher. He can't do much with it. And the ball goes over the back through for another behind to the Victorians. So the Vics 4-5 lead New South Wales 2-3 by 14 points.
And Graham Wright not too good at the centre half forward position for Victoria. He's limping, holding his left leg.
Danaher short to Bolton, handball to Gaffer. Allison. Chest mark order of the night.
Playing well.
He's had some touches. Gleeson's playing very well for Victoria as well, who was on the mark. Tui couldn't hold that. It's difficult. Danaher free kick. Has to be.
That's a little bit better. Victoria, the New South Welshmen, getting in front on that half-forward line. They've got to do more of it. Carey's been led to the ball a couple of times, so has Longmire.
Danaher to the pocket. Frawley the front spot, and he'll get the free kick. Half a mark, half a free kick. So the St Kilda captain.
Michael Werner will definitely have to move around. He will not out-bustle Danny Frawley.
Frawley to O'Donnell to Morwood, who's playing a real sweeper's role tonight. Brown, well done Cordy, they're having a good duel. Brown on top at the moment. Werner found some space, left foot, should be a Swan, New South Wales mark, and it's Tui.
It is a Swans mark, Bruce.
Absolutely.
He's got a different jumper on tonight. He had the Swans jumper on 4 nights ago, and he kicked 3 goals too.
Wanted to swallow my tongue when I said it, but Werner's kick was effective. Tui found some space, no Victorian jumper around him, and he really should drill this from 20 metres out. Directly in front. Oh, it's a poor kick. It's a shocker.
You could tell as soon as it left the boot, it wasn't going through the centre, and he really did have to kick that one.
And people getting in the action there, the goal umpires. There's about 24 of them behind the goals there. If you can pick the real one out, well, you're a better man than I am. Chris Langford kicks the ball back into play to the outer side. Werner over the top. Stoneham tries to get the ball out. Oh, it's a real tussle out there, and you really have to be prepared to put your body in. There's the Victorian coaching staff, or selection committee rather, Teddy Whitten, Barassi and Graham Richmond. Stoneham again up over the top, can't really get an effective hit out. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to Victoria, and it'll go to O'Donnell. And Gary O'Donnell, another very courageous player. There's the siren. And it's quarter time. We've had a very entertaining first quarter in the State of Origin game here, where Victoria lead at quarter time by 13 points.
Okay, thanks very much. We'll hear more from Gerard during the match. Back to you, Bruce.
Cameron Williams and Gerard Healy, 2-4-4-5. Victoria going to the right of screen. Brown, who was very good in the first quarter, salmon off the ground, then paddled it out. Scott. Wright. Eustace with him. Desperation to Mitchell. Quick kick and gets some distance to centre wing. And Carey almost takes a beauty. Silvani breaks a tackle and gets a free kick. Any changes, Don Scott?
Yeah, Salmon on the ball, and Ayres has gone to the full forward position for Victoria, and Stein's off. Gives them a bit of mobility. Good move, actually.
So Ayres has come on, the Hawthorn champion. And
something that Sydney could look at, but then again, when you look at their bench, they've only got Craig Potter, a manoeuvrable type player. A player will get under the pack. Russell Morris, Neil Danner, Mark Roberts, not the type of players you can bring on in these conditions.
Brownless's kick went back into the centre. Mitchell swooping on the ball as it was punched away from the marking contest. Stevie Wright, Gary Lyon for Victoria, kicks it back to centre half forward. Nearly a mark, but Filan takes the ball away for New South Wales. Kicks it back into the centre, but Lyon takes the mark. He looks pretty cool, Gary Lyon, at half-back. Handball to Stephen Silvani. Up towards half-forward. Gathered by Stoneham. He tries to get the hand pass to Gleeson, who's bumped off the football by Allison. Allison's short pass is ineffective. Tap over by Wright. Dispossessed is Mitchell. The ball goes wide. Now desperate stuff. Gleeson gathers it nicely. Gets the hand pass to Brown. Brown goes long into the pocket. The ball slews off the side of his boot. And it's over in front of Gaffer and Brereton for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Victoria. Very, very steady rain now. The conditions even more difficult than they were when the game started. Throw in, Stoneham over the top. The ball comes out the back. Mitchell. He's held when he didn't have it, according to the umpire. and Barry Mitchell will take the free kick. The hand pass coming from Michael Phelan. So Mitchell will clear for New South Wales. Wide to the wing. Punched away by Krasiska. Wakeman there at the fall of the ball, but tidying up nicely is the best man on the ground, in my opinion, Brett Allison. He's had the ball on a string, but this kick is ineffective because he's picked out Stephen Silvani wide and defensive of the wing.
Being pretty important to these guys on both sides, if they want to get the ball, to keep harassing, because in these conditions, in a lot of instances, the bloke running second will get the advantage of a mishandle.
Silvani to half forward, Stoneham in the front spot. Anthony Danaher back to Silvani and Carey. Oh, Silvani did it, and did it superbly.
He's doing well too.
The best of the duel at centre half back, centre half forward. Back to the centre wing. Krasiska in the front spot. Phelan ran into his back. Brownless. He's having a good duel with Stoneham. Ironmonger put the big man under some pressure. Powell. Cordy. Can New South Wales set something up? Conditions atrocious, as you can see at the moment. Lyon and Danaher. Morwood. Well done by Allison. Just keeps getting kicks. To full forward, Langford and Longmire. Werner off the ground. Will it bounce through? Almost gets stuck in the mud. Behind. 4-5-2-5. Big V by 2 goals. Crowd building up, and they're loving every minute of this. Langford to bring it back in. And if New South Wales can stay with them until half-time with Victoria, could see a terrific second half here. Salmon at half-back. Kicked a goal in the first term. One of the 4 goal scorers. Good kick to Collins. Getting away from Wright. Has Lovett running for him if he wants him. Ayres on a very long lead. It'll get towards him. Eustace ducks his head, tries to weave through. Allison. Free kick New South Wales. Goes to Eustace at half-back.
Eustace gives the hand pass to Phelan. Phelan's kick is wide. Looks out here for Tui, who gathers the ball nicely. Tui's left foot kick is a scrubber in the direction there of Russell Morris, but tidying up nicely is Salmon. Good shepherd by Morwood allows Salmon time to steady and kick Victoria up towards half forward, but what a good mark taken by John Ironmonger with the wet ball. Ironmonger in towards the centre. The ball may come through the back. No, Stephen Silvani's there, so is Russell Morris for New South Wales.
And Morris has come on replacing Wayne Carey. Now he's playing at centre half forward. I don't know if that's his right position, Russell Morris.
Ball up just wide of the centre. Salmon gets it down to Wakeman, who ducks his head and tried to barge his way through, in my opinion. And really no free kick. It should have been play on, or he should have been penalised himself. But Wakeman has the free kick. He kicks it high towards centre half forward. Ayres at the back. Oh, great mark. And a courageous effort there by Anthony Danaher. He gets the hand pass wide. Brownless is forced to kick quickly. Goes up towards the wing. It's gathered by Powell. Powell's got a few metres in front of himself. He kicks towards centre half forward. And a good mark taken by O'Donnell. He doesn't mess around. The jumping jack from Essendon. The kick is wide. Mark taken by Stoneham.
Chips one to Wakeman. Had 3 Victorians there. You could have taken your pick. Wakeman's handball is good. Gleeson onto Brown. Under pressure, and Danaher mops up, as he's been doing for a lot of the night. Just chips a short one. Wright's handball should be all right. Brownless, Phelan. Quick kick to the centre. New South Wales doing it hard. Oh, line. Super mark.
They're doing well across that half-back line, Victoria. Silvani, Lyon.
Wakeman to Salmon. Just chips a little one. Gleeson. No pressure, able to juggle and then take the mark. Leads coming everywhere. Wide to Brereton. Can't stop that.
Actually, it was good use of the ball there by Gleeson, because we've seen a few kicks slew off the side of players' boots, but that was a good pass.
Brereton from about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, 25-year-old champion from Hawthorn. Heavy ball, only has to time it right and he should goal. He's normally an accurate kick. Drop punt, misses. 4-6 to 2-5.
Pretty hard to tip winners at the races, Bruce, which you'd know all about, but it's even harder to tip guys kicking goals.
Well, you would have had something on Bernard Toohey in the first and something on maybe Dermot there.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? So Anthony Danaher, who kicked the ball back into play, and he goes to the outer side. Beautiful kick, 55 metres out wide. Neil Cordy combining. The player on the bottom of it there, Michael Gafer, with Gavin Brown, the Collingwood teammates. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Ironmonger gets the tap out. It favours the New South Wales side. They're on the bottom of it again through Chris Danaher. Victorian player Andrew Collins picks himself up. Stevie Wright in the background. Adrian Gleeson. Barry Stoneham, number 20 for Victoria, doing the ruck work against Ironmonger. Ball comes down to Gleeson. He can't break away, and the umpire will be forced once again to ball it up. Ironmonger gets the tap out. Brown gets back. Hand pass. Collins, a little flip out to Gleeson. Gleeson's kick from a standing start, but there's no one home for Victoria. And Anthony Danaher, who is doing a wonderful job on that full back line for New South Wales, clears out wide. The mark is taken by Powell, and he looks a very steady player. Don, you gave him a rap. Gafer shrugs the tackle, and he gets the hand pass. Bolton, sweeping hand pass. Filan gives it to Powell, and Powell crashes his way through. Good play, Tim Powell. Little unfortunate. O'Donnell there was to take the kick off the ground, and he takes the hand pass again from Shane Warwood. He kicks it wide. Collins has made good position on the outer wing. Collins' little left foot kick is brilliant, and he finds Brereton at centre half forward. His kick in turn is effective, and the mark is taken by the captain, Waitman, 45 metres out.
Neil Danaher on for New South Wales team. Michael Werner going off. Neil Danaher going into that forward pocket.
So Waitman, who could be a little too far out to score. The short pass is effective, and loose checking by New South Wales. Chris Siska marks about 10 metres closer to goal for Victoria. There's the New South Wales bench with Potter, Roberts, Carey and Werner. And here we have Gavin Krasiska, who usually thumps the ball long distances. This is no exception. The accuracy is there, I think. It looks pretty good. It's a goal.
Getting the best shot here at the SCG. 5-6 to 2-5. Big V lead by 19 points. Goal scorers Waitman, Wright, Salmon, Krasiska and Silvani. And for New South Wales, Longmire and Carey, who's now on the interchange. 4 Danahers out there. Almost smell the mud as we look at the Victorian bench with Phoebe, Malakalis, Jeffrey there. Krasiska gets some distance. Ayres handled very good. Waitman and goals. Captain kicks his second, and suddenly the gates have opened, and it's 6-6 to 2-5.
Yes, well, that's the way I believe that the New South Wales forward line should be constructed. You'll see here Ayres coming in now. They replaced Ayres, or replaced Salmon with Ayres. Salmon's now gone onto the ball. Stein's off. The conditions are not good for big men today. You need little fellows to read it as Ayres did, or smaller fellows as Ayres did on that occasion. A little bit of mobility because the ball's going to be on the ground a hell of a lot tonight.
Ball up back in the centre. Gleeson tries to get it out to his side's advantage. A struggle again. Frawley as well, tackled by Eustace, and he's rewarded for that tackle with a free kick. So Eustace will kick New South Wales into attack. They've been breaking down on that half-forward line. Punched away by Silvani.
See, there's a bloke down for New South Wales
it is, Don.
Frawley still in there at centre half back trying to get the ball out, but he can't do so. So we'll now have a ball up at centre half forward for New South Wales. 6-6 plays 2-5, and that lead in these conditions could be a very valuable one.
Mitchell tries to burrow his way through. He's being out-roved tonight. Eustace couldn't get it past Salmon's big frame. Brown has been very good. Morris through his legs cleverly. Danaher, this is Neil off the ground. Langford, chance for Longmire, should go, and he does. His second, 3-5 to 6-6.
Well, I made mention earlier about the guy running second will be rewarded tonight. But you still like to see forwards in front. He was behind on this occasion, Longmire, but the fickle fate of fortune in football favoured him. It's Neil Danaher soccering it off the ground. You can only do those things in tonight's conditions, soccering the ball off the ground, just pushing it forward, and eventually it ran for Longmire.
So the ball up back in the centre. Two of the New South Wales interchange players, Morris and Neil Danaher, combining to get that ball to Longmire. So they're really looking forward to it. Now Terry Danaher gets it out. Stevie Wright, a kick towards full forward. Langford punches it away. Comes back towards Stephen Silvani. Very, very desperate is Stephen Silvani. And he kicks the ball 50 metres. It bounces and bounces over the boundary line in front of David Bolton. A real test of players' strength, these conditions. Ironmonger, Salmon in front. Beautiful tap out, about 25 metres to his way. Tackle by Scott is on Chris Danaher, and the umpire will call for a bounce. I don't know whether we've mentioned it, but certainly an historical occasion with the four Danaher brothers playing Bruce in the one side. I think they've been looking forward to it for a long, long time, and it's happening here at the Sydney Cricket Ground this evening. Morris takes the mark and kicks it to full forward. It may go over the back. Longmire, but he kick it off the ground. He may this time. He still may. In the back, surely. It's been held a bit earlier. John Longmire held perhaps the first time he went for the ball, and he's going to get the free kick, and he's covered in mud. That goal square is terrible. Maybe they're Frawley in the back, but I think the free kick was given a little earlier.
A lot earlier than that, Ian.
The interesting thing there, actually Longmire kicked a goal. The goal umpire said it was touch, but it wasn't when we saw on the replay. And Longmire was insisting it was a goal, but he's got to redo it again now from a more legitimate shot.
And we saw what Tui did at the other end, with the ball being very hard to handle. He's kicking for his third, and he gets it.
Now 6-6-4-5. Ironmonger and Salmon, two of the big men in the AFL, opposed to one another. And free kick to Krasiska. Pretty hard there against Potter.
I thought Potter might have got the free kick. He's just come on replacing Filan.
Lovett, Payne, got to come back. Brown was off, but it'll come back to Melbourne's Brett Lovett. Brereton on a lead. Good kick.
Good lead.
And a good mark. So an excellent combination.
Copybook football?
Absolutely. Into the space. Very hard to chop that off. You've got to have someone with great courage running across the ball and in front of Brereton. And he's a formidable target. Well, he missed one from a similar margin, other side of the goals, about 5 minutes ago. This one you'd think would suit him slightly more, being a right footer, but it won't be easy, as we've seen. Goals difficult to come by. Drop punt. Not a bad kick, that one. So Brereton, who just loves this occasion, kicks his first, and Victoria reply. They're 7-6-4-5.
Well, it was copybook kicking from Brereton on that occasion. We'll see here now. I think Longmire's got to get down and block up a few gaps. You can see Longmire on the screen there at centre half forward, but a very good kick. He ran straight through the ball, continued on in the direction of the ball. A good kick by Brereton.
Don't mean Brownless, do you, Don? Getting back there into the...
No, Longmire. I'm not.
Ironmonger, yes. The ball comes wide from the centre baller. And the kick goes to Morris. It's a free kick. Morris's kick to within goal scoring distance for New South Wales. Brown, with desperation, gets it out wide. Tui, Stevie Wright doing the shepherding, but it wasn't really effective because Collins got around there to effect the tackle, and he smothered that opportunity for the New South Wales team and forced the ball out of bounds.
And Robert Scott off for Victoria, and Stephen Phoebe coming on.
Terry Danaher all over the top there of Salmon. in the ruck contest, and Salmon will take an obvious free kick.
Stephen Phoebe going to the half-forward line now. He's been playing all his game on half-back for Melbourne, or around that back line.
A kick by Salmon finds Langford. Langford's kick up towards half-forward, punched away. The ball comes back. It's Wright. Wright's little chip pass. A little too far for Lovett. Boundary line close. Tackle by Gafer. Gathered by Ayres. Ayres left foot kick towards centre half-forward. No mark taken. Very difficult in these conditions. Gleeson dispossessed by Eustace. Bolt, Mitchell. Left foot kick by Mitchell back towards the centre. The ball goes through all players. Neil Danaher.
Oh, well
chipping in his pal. He shrugs the tackle and he finds space for himself. Terry Danaher punches it on. Andrew Collins leaves it behind. Neil Danaher in there. Desperate stuff now. Langford gets it back to Wakeman. Wakeman's little kick, good vision. Salmon's on his own at half-back. A good pass, and it goes further afield. The mark is taken by Phoebe. Stephen Phoebe, the Melbourne player, wearing number 7. The kick long to half-forward. No mark. It's flipped out the back by Brereton. Kicked off the ground by Gleeson. Goes towards Wright. Oh. He's bumped out of the road by the big, bulky Ironmonger. Desperate stuff by Bolton. He holds it in at the 50-metre mark.
That's what Ironmonger's got to do a lot more of. It's not dirty play, but he's really made Wright get up holding himself. His intention was a ball, but he's got a great big frame. He's got to use it more.
And he uses it here in the ruck, opposed to Brereton. Wakeman, free kick. Powell getting into his Richmond teammates back, his skipper, but not tonight, opposed. So Wakeman, who's kicked 2 goals, has been one of the many very good small men for Victoria. Oh, the kick's good to Ayres. Hugging the boundary, I know, but pinpoint accuracy. And Don Ayres has given them a bit up forward.
Well, he has. I mean, that's good coaching because they really were falling down. It's a similar situation to what New South Wales are in at the moment. They're just too big on their forward line, got no mobility and too slow. Ayres gives them just a little option, Victoria, with Steins off.
Strong kick. Brereton taking off with Danaher, and a rush behind. So Victoria up to 7-7, 49. New South Wales 4-5, 29. Crowd in tonight enjoying themselves. They're seeing some entertaining football.
Great to see them turn up, even in the adverse conditions. Anthony Danaher's pass is good. Tui marks. He runs away from Shane Morwood. He kicks it to Tim Powell. Tim Powell, who's playing pretty well for his side. Kick towards centre half forward. Attempted control there by Langford. Coming in is Longmire. He's able to get round, and he shrugs the tackle. Great play, Longmire. Has he missed? No, he's kicked it. Goal number 4.
5, and John Longmire has kicked 4 of those goals for New South Wales as they go forward again. Bolt, Longmire, Mitchell, free kick, and suddenly New South Wales have got some momentum up.
Well, it was Ironmonger who got it out. Terry Danaher ran into the centre off centre, the half-forward flank, edge of the square, got the ball out, and they've certainly lifted. Longmire put himself in very, very solidly prior to that incident. And Barry Mitchell, you can never question him. He's always under a pack. Now, I think the distance could be a real problem for the little fellow. He's about 40. He'll have to kick from about 45 metres on a very acute angle.
Handballs to Tui, but has to do it all over again. Well, he was obviously worried about the distance. Tui just alongside of him. O'Donnell on the mark who gave the free kick away. Tui's still there if he wants to use him. It would be unorthodox, but he may do it.
Longmire's going down.
Kicks to the goal square. Nobody home. And Steins, I think, who's back on the ground for Victoria, takes the mark. Handball to Brown. To Morwood, his Collingwood teammate. Left foot to centre wing. He's paddling it in front of himself. It's Morris. And again, a throw in.
Well, we're seeing a real contest, Bruce, which is what we came here for. New South Wales only trailing by 14 points.
Ironmonger and Steins. Steins wins it. Brown, Gleeson over the ball. And again, a bounce down. Collins and Farland both getting up. Going to be tired tonight, these players. It'll be tough lifting your legs in that last term. Ironmonger went backwards. Potter. Someone yelling out for other boots. Notice a couple have slipped off tonight. Stein's off the standing start. Oh, what a mark. Brereton with great skill allowed to play on. No, going back to Dermott at centre wing.
And that is one of the questions that the supporters ask about the advantage rule. When is it paid? When is it not paid? Brereton will take the kick. He kicks it to the centre half forward position. The ball comes through the back. Ayres is there again at the bottom of the pack. He can't get the ball out. He tried on 2 occasions there to move it out. It's held in by Gafer, one of the real Dow defenders in Australian rules football. Ball up, Ironmonger thumps it wide. It can't get through the heavy traffic. It comes back towards Anthony Danaher. He kicks it off the ground and it goes out for a boundary throw in. Anthony Danaher's had quite a deal of work to do on that full back line. The Vics have persevered up there. Ironmonger, Collins, dispossessed, Eustace, held, Stoneham the tackler. Oh, down goes a Victorian player in Waitman. He could be hurt, Dale Waitman. No, he's picked himself up. Stevie Wright is there, and he's really crook on it. Free kick going to Victoria in the pocket.
I was just looking at Dale Waitman prior, getting that heavy knock. He's a tough customer, Dale. He knows what it's all about. He got up straight away. Here's the heavy knock, quite legitimate. But you get up straight away after one of those knocks. You don't want to show your opponent how bad you are.
So Ayres has a chance to kick a goal for Victoria, and Ayres misses.
Maybe justice.
Pretty ordinary kick, really, by Gary Ayres. He wasn't very far out. But I suppose you can make excuses. 3 minutes left. 7-8 plays 5-5. Difference is 15 points.
Now New South Wales playing the huddle, and they're not being ringed by the Victorians. It's a one-on-one situation.
And now they spread out everywhere, John, and Danaher just thumps it to the centre square.
Oh, look at the kick.
Morris takes advantage, and immediately New South Wales at full forward. Tui, good tackle though by Morwood. Longmire, free kick to Tui.
Lucky, I thought he may have dropped it.
So do I. It was an excellent tackle by Morwood.
90% of the time that should be just classified as play on.
Absolutely. Just let it happen. Now Tui.
Now he kicked one of these on Friday night.
Well, this would be handy in time on in the second quarter. Drop punt, good kick, and it's home.
Brownless has got a chance, but he leaves it for Allison. Allison gets around onto his favoured left foot and kicks it back towards the wing. Up over the top is Lyon. Mitchell just gets his foot to the ball, kicks it to full forward. Silvani spins out of trouble. Neil Danaher goes after him again. Steins' kick, well smothered by Frawley. New South Wales keep it in. Longmire could be this goal number 5. Yes, sirree! Johnny Longmire's kick 5. New South Wales trail by just 3 points.
Well, that was another great effort. He's about the only forward that got up there. I'd look at consider the movement maybe Brownless to centre half forward for New South Wales. Under these conditions, Neil Danaher may be able to keep with Barry Stoneham, but they'd get a little bit more out of Bill Brownless because he's gone out of the game at centre half back.
Well, it's an SCG roar now. 3 points in at 47 to 50. After Victoria looked to be coasting about 15 minutes ago. Bolt handball good. Not good for power though, but they mop up right. Real speed, Collins and Wright. And off Phoebe and a throw in.
Good effort by Wright. He initiated the first handball over, followed it up well.
Neil Danaher's not getting a lot of kicks on the forward line, but his body's strong and he put some pressure on there, which gave Longmire a chance. So that was a good move bringing him on. Back into the centre. New South Wales. Bolt, Ironmonger, good skills by the big man. Put out that big paw and it stayed there. Danaher, Morwood, mops up cleverly. O'Donnell, go backwards, I think. No, decides to run around. Then goes across to Lyon, who just chips it to Gleeson, who gets some space and goes to centre half forward. A chance here. Brown couldn't take it. Ayres cleverly to Waitman, but was it a throw? Yes, it was. just scooped it over and gave it to Waitman, and it was picked up, and Brownless will take it.
And Longmire hurt again at centre-half back. He picks himself up.
50-metre penalty. What's this for, Don?
Ironmonger, you mean, Don?
Ironmonger, I get them confused.
And the 50-metre penalty is given against Victoria. I don't think they touched the ball when the ball was near the mark. Now, obviously, Chris Mitchell thought they did. Didn't give it back quickly enough. Now Brownless is up over the centre.
And he is a thumping kick. Kicks it to Longmire. Oh, what a mark.
He's fired up, this guy, isn't he?
Chock full of confidence. That's a confidence mark. A confidence mark.
Well, he's kicked 5, and all of a sudden, Don Scott, he's got a chance of putting New South Wales in front at half-time.
Well, let's hope he does, because it'll make a real game of it. And again, the value of a long kick coming from Brownless.
Well, think of the adrenaline pumping in this young man now. Drop punt, timed it well, kicks it very, very well, and puts them in front. Well, that's as good as you'll see in a half a footy. John Longmire has taken this game by the scruff of its neck as the siren sounds. And who said this wouldn't be exciting? At half-time, New South Wales 8-5, Victoria 7-8. 53-50, and in a sensational first half, John Longmire has kicked 6 goals to set this stadium alight. He's played a half a footy you'll never forget. Silvani and Lyon wouldn't believe their luck. The Vics were 4 goals in front. There's Jim Steins, and Victoria will go in at half-time trailing, courtesy of this man here. Gaffer walks off. New South Wales players will all be feeling second half of this State of Origin clash about to commence. New South Wales by 3 points, and immediately get a free kick from the centre to Mitchell, kicking to the right of screen. Made a great comeback in the second quarter to half forward. Cordy, and it'll be a throw in with New South Wales about 70 metres away from their goal. At one stage, Victoria led 6-6 to 2-5, and they've kicked 6 of the last 7 goals, New South Wales. Danaher, this is Terry, scooped it out, and it'll be a free kick as it was against Ayres earlier on.
Touch and go, that one.
Waitman from centre-half back. Powell leading Phoebe. But as Don Scott's mentioned a couple of times tonight, second man to the ball successful that time. Wright with Bolton. Still Wright and Bolton. Jeffrey on for Victoria. So change there. Russell Jeffrey coming on. He's had a terrific season with St Kilda.
Boundary throw in on centre wing. Ironmonger jostling, gets the knockout, but it goes back towards Waitman. Jeffrey's there. Waitman goes down, picking the ball up as Tui. Mitchell's left foot kick into the forward pocket. Getting back there for Victoria is Steins. The hand pass over the top. Running onto the football for New South Wales was Allison. He couldn't control it. Collins gets it to Steins. Steins, quick kick back towards the wing. Ironmonger tries to smother. Kick off the ground there for New South Wales by Bolton. Goes over for a boundary throw in on centre wing. Graham Wright in the picture there for Victoria. He's been fairly quiet. Had a tremendous 8 games in the AFL competition so far. The kick is intercepted. New South Wales go into attack up towards half forward. Terry Danaher tackles Dale Waitman. He gets the hand pass away. Now the advantage rule is paid. Gary Lyon kicks Victoria into attack, and the mark is taken by Brereton. Too far out to score. The short pass. It goes through all players. Gaffer's first back. He gathers the ball. Handballs it out towards the half-forward flank area. Picked up by Chris Danaher. Goes to Potter. Potter's kick gathers 40 metres for his side out towards the wing. Jeffrey taps it to the advantage of Brereton. Brereton over the top goes to Krasiska. Krasiska's long kick to the goal square. Anthony Danaher, what a good mark.
Used his body well initially, and then went for the ball with a lot of confidence. Strong mark.
6 marks for Danaher tonight in very difficult conditions. Another splendid kick by the Essendon defender, looking for his brother Terry. Quick handball by Morwood to Waitman. Smothered, but Waitman wins it back off Allison. Still Waitman, gives it to Brown. Brown tucked away in the pocket, left foot to the goal square. Brereton's got it.
He's playing a centre-half forward now. Dermot Brereton with Stoneham in the forward pocket.
I'll tell you what, if you'd have been Billy Brownless, you wouldn't have stopped watching this, would you? Now, Don Scott, own up.
Brereton's kick one. Been suffering from the flu. You saw him gasping for air a moment ago. 15 metres out. Drop punt, and he puts it through.
To his teammates, bit of encouragement. Victoria get the lead back in the early part of the third term. 8-8 plays 8-5. Ironmonger gets the ball down, but they can't get clear. Allison's attempted kick off the ground is held in. Opportunity for Powell. Now Phoebe. Waitman uses his body brilliantly, gets it out to Wright. Wright's kick finds Brereton. Oh, he played on.
He was
it
gone.
looked as though he played on to me. Umpire wasn't all that far away either.
We'll see this on replay. Make up your own mind. He was trying, he was really trying, or running the gauntlet then, Brereton, but he saw the New South Wales player there and decided to, you know, just pull up, but he was definitely going.
Gee, it was a sneaky look, wasn't it?
Well, I think he noticed that Eustace was going to pin him, Bruce, and wisdom prevailed. So Brereton a chance to kick his second goal within 2 minutes. Nice looking kick. Brereton drills it. He's kicked 3. And the Vics lead now by 9 points.
Well, I've been pushing for the move of Brownless up to the forward line. I'm starting to look at it now because he's been a bit loose on 2 occasions now, Bill Brownless. He's got to body him just a little bit more than what he's doing.
9-8-8-5. And Waitman's footy there to get it to Wright was terrific, the captain. 62-53. Brereton, the early star of the second half. Ironmonger concedes ground to Danaher. This is Terry. There are 4 of them out there tonight. Brown, free kick.
Oh, he ducked.
You reckon he ducked his head?
He ducked into that.
There's not much the attacking player can do when you fall over in front of them. Brereton the back, Ironmonger, who's done a good job.
Has played very well, Bruce, John Ironmonger.
Left foot, centre wing. Neil Danaher over the back of Terry.
That's where New South Wales are missing out. The Danahers are flying, the ball's coming to ground, but Victoria are taking it away every time.
Collins to Ayres to Brereton. 3 Hawthorn players. And Dermot running amok here, and Short gets Phoebe. Danger signs here for New South Wales. Victoria running left, right and centre of them. Phoebe 35 metres out, tucked away in the pocket. He's had an excellent season with Melbourne. He's playing against Hawthorn on Saturday, accepted the pass from Brereton then. Drop punt. So Victoria up to 9-9 to 8-5. 10 points in it, and New South Wales are going to have to really stand firm now and be counted.
Important that they kick the next goal, I feel.
Danaher to bring her back in.
Anthony going for the torpedo punt kick straight down the ground. He doesn't quite get onto it. It finishes at centre-half back. Allison runs onto it nicely. The tap out came from Mitchell. Allison's kick is beautiful. And finds Tui. He's 65 metres from goal. He goes for the short pass into the pocket. It's effective. Longmire plays on. Confidence, if you don't mind. He's kicked his 7th.
Well, Dipper.
Longmire out of 9. It's 59-63. New South Wales trail by just 4 points. Wright's handball. Miss Langford. Phoebe off the ground. Power does well. Will Moore would get there. Tries to thump it on. Phoebe again. Very well smothered by Eustace, who was singled out by Healy at half-time. He's kicked Longmire. Silvani against him. Wright. Still Wright. Could have kicked it himself. Longmire against him this time.
Oh, let the game go.
Gee, it's the first mistake he's made.
Just 19 years of age, John Longmire, playing the game of his life. Silvani to Krasiska. Has to concede ground. Very good play. Excellent by Potter. Wright. Terry Danaher, the captain, goes short and finds his man. Mitchell. It'll take his best.
They're spirited, Bruce. They really are spirited. And this is what footy's all about. You get 20 guys on the ground, or 18 guys on the ground, having a real good go at it.
Barry Mitchell, not this time with a torpedo punt. Trying the extra distance, would have been better with a drop punt with Longmire in the goal square. And all shapes and sizes. Look at that hair, wasn't that wonderful? As Langford dumps it back into Steins. Ironmonger, who's done well. Right one of the free kick. Cordy tucked away, goes to full forward. Longmire, Silvani with him. Neil Danaher just gives it across beautifully to Morris, who misses and misses badly. Under pressure, I know.
Not a bad effort, just the same. Went right across the face of goal, but still not a bad effort from Morris, considering the pressure that he was under.
Collins is the Victorian player with the ball in the back pocket. Andrew Collins. Nice kick outside 50 metres. Punched away by the New South Wales players. It finishes with Cordy. He kicks it to the front of the goals. They really have to gather this. Morwood is well caught by Morris. Diving on the football was Danaher. That's Neil Danaher, and the ball is held in for a ball up. It's about 40 metres out from the New South Wales goal, directly in front. Danny Frawley, Robert Scott, Spiro Malakalis warming up on the boundary line. Jimmy Steins gets a good punch to it. Neil Cordy tries to tap it to his own advantage. Good play by Brown. Desperate stuff. In there is O'Donnell. Stevie Wright there gets a pat on the head from Neil Cordy. The umpire calls for a ball up. It's outside 50. It's about 70 metres out from the New South Wales goal. Ironmonger doing all of the heavy work. Ball comes out to Eustace. Not very much talking, but Mark Eustace is still in there. His hand pass nearly picked up by Jimmy Steins. Now he gets it out to the advantage of Gleeson. Gleeson is pinned in beautifully by Gaffer, but it's in the back according to the umpire, and the free kick will go to the Victorian rover, Adrian Gleeson. Had 16 possessions in the first half. Kicks it wide to half-forward flank area. Rebounds. Potter's held in nicely. Mitchell gets the ball out. A quick kick with his right foot. Goes in towards centre-half back. And now a free kick goes to New South Wales, rather belatedly according to the fans, and it'll be taken by Russell Morris.
Straight down the centre with a high drop punt. Danaher uses his body and takes a splendid mark. Neil Danaher.
Great to see, Bruce, this player.
Look at Silvani in the square. He's got his eye on Longmire. He's really conscious of him.
Neil Danaher's missed about 3.5 seasons of his best footy. I think that might even be a conservative estimate from 50 metres out. It's got some distance. It's not going to be a goal. It's a behind. Remember him kicking a long one against Carlton a long, long time ago to win a match for Essendon. Kicked a couple, I reckon, in the last couple of minutes.
I don't think he'll ever forget that day. And neither will many Essendon people, Bruce.
Or you, Ian Robertson. As Silvani goes to Langford. 3 points the difference.
Langford's kick across his body goes out towards the wing. Good ball control by Neil Cordy, and showed a lot of courage too with head down. Kicks to full forward, but strength by Stephen Silvani. This time wins out. He plays on quickly, gives it to Steins in the back pocket. Jimmy Steins now should play perhaps the rest of the game. Tall, strong, gets the ball out towards his Melbourne teammate Stephen Phoebe. He gets it off to Gleeson. Gleeson's run up from the back pocket. Now kicks it towards half forward. It's punched away from Brereton by Gaffer, and it goes over for a boundary throw in at half forward for Victoria. There's Michael Gaffer.
Gaffer on Brereton.
On Brereton, and Brownless now at the full back position.
Gaffer still there, giving Brereton nuisance value. He's given away the free kick. It's going to the Hawthorn centre half forward. He plays on quickly, kicks it into the forward pocket. Oh, good play by Anthony Danaher, and he's played a terrific game, Don,
he has done exceptionally well, and that was a bit of courage required then. He had to put an arm up because it was Stoneham, I think, really on the lead.
Boundary throw in. O'Donnell, Gleeson, Stoneham, Phoebe. Back goes Eustace and gets the ball out for New South Wales. Outside 50. Nearly the gather to Morris. Kick off the ground by Chris Danaher. Goes to Steins. Steins inside 50. Goes with the long drop punt. He's offline to the right and through for a behind. So the score's very, very close now. Only 4 points to the advantage of Victoria.
Danaher brings it back in with a long torpedo punt. Lyon does well to hold it in the area. Could have gone over the back. He had the strength to hold it there.
God, he's really good, Terry Danaher. Like, he flew for that mark then, came down on the ground, and then he buried Brown with a tackle. It's just great stuff.
Steins and Ironmonger. Waitman looks for a free. Quick handball by Danaher. Missed the body of Bolt. Right with some space. To centre half forward. Good kick. Stoneham on a lead. Brownless did well. Phoebe. Power with him. Don't give away a free kick. Phoebe still there. Power does well and holds it in, but he's outnumbered. Wright about to run into a brick wall. Goes over the top. Brereton to Phoebe. Phoebe round his body. Wright should smother it. Doesn't do it well. Allison. Collins. Still there. Waitman. Good kick. Great kick. Just missing. Oh, that was good roving. And it's 9-11 to 9-6. Mistake by Stevie Wright, admittedly under pressure, but just costing them a behind.
And Ayres off for Victoria, and another danger player, Spiro Malakalis, coming on. Now, he's another problem on that forward line because he's small and he's quick.
Anthony Danaher elects to go straight up the ground. A wobbly punt kick towards centre-half back. Ironmonger's on top of it. Now he tries to get it out. Brereton holds it back in with a little toe poke. And we'll have another ball up. It's at centre-half forward for Victoria. Well, he's done a wonderful job, John Ironmonger, but he must be getting tired against Steins and Salmon still waiting in the wings. Stevie Wright, Mark Eustace, Gary O'Donnell, and Stevie Wright. Vice captain of the New South Wales team for this evening. Umpire Chris Mitchell. 5 points, Victoria's lead. Steins, but Ironmonger beats him to it with strength. Gayfer gets his foot to the ball, kicks it wide to the wing. The race is on. Brown leads. Can't do much with it. Cordy's over the top of him. Umpire lets play go on. Jeffrey gets it to Bolton's foot, and it's out on the full. So I think his free kick will go to Russell Jeffrey, and he's just slightly forward of centre wing. St Kilda defender. Good kick by that player. In towards the centre, mark taken by O'Donnell. He's looking to play on, Gary O'Donnell. Nearly caught, but with his very adept footwork, gets away. Left foot kick towards full forward, no one home. Billy Brownless takes the mark for New South Wales at full back.
Brownless now playing there. Been switched off Brereton after Brereton kicked the first 2 goals of the term. Lyon and Danaher, they've had a wonderful duel. Collins goes backwards to Phoebe. Phoebe goes wide. Brereton and Gayfer. Gayfer doing a good job. He's really wearing
He's a real good body player. He's a good body player. He doesn't mind a man-on-man situation, Gayfer.
Gets a free kick. Brereton doesn't like it. Gayfer from the back pocket.
He must drive people mad, Michael Gayfer.
Snags away to centre wing. Steins in the front spot. Line over the back. Waitman with Gleeson. Quick kick away by Mitchell, only as far as line. True centre wing position. Very good kick normally. Brereton on a lead with Stoneham. 3 New South Wales players. Stoneham. Still nothing happening. Malakalis, Brereton. Strong kick normally. Waitman with a chance here. Too long and too strong for him. Waitman fortunate not to hurt himself. Brereton getting a lot of touches in this term. And Sydney, I should say, New South Wales will relieve through Allison.
Brett Allison, who played a very good game in the first half. Lovely kick. Covered 55 metres. Brereton, great mark. Terrific mark by the centre-half forward. And very impressive statistics too. 3 goals on top of that. His evening's work has been good. The kick to centre-half forward, no mark taken. Eustace tries to kick the ball off the ground. Wright gets a hand pass. Brown, a quick kick by that player is marked by Ironmonger. And there's confidence too. He held it in front of his face. He gets the hand pass away to Powell. Powell plays on. Running back with the flight of the ball was Langford. He couldn't control it. Trying to get it out to him was Lovett. Now Wright. He goes backwards. O'Donnell from a standing position kicks it into the pocket. Phoebe leaves it behind, then goes after it again. The kick is slightly smothered. Anthony Danaher can't mark. Brereton is pushed off the ball by Gayfer. Eustace pushes it to Mitchell. Mitchell smothered by Collins, but it comes to Wright. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell's quick kick up towards the wing. Tui uses his body to get his opponent out of the way. Now he falls over. Steins over the top. And the umpire calls for a boundary throw-in.
Chris Langford going off. Gary Ayres coming back on for Victoria. Warming up is Wayne Carey for New South Wales.
Steins to Jeffrey. High tackle not paid. Now caught for holding the ball.
Fair enough too.
5 points in it. Rain falling at the SCG. Right to centre half forward. Morris and line. Morris does very well.
Very good.
And it sits well for Chris Danaher. Longmire tries to paddle it back to Danaher. Longmire again. Still New South Wales with a chance. Neil Danaher from centre half forward with a very good kick. It'll be a goal. It's there.
Gets Victoria up towards half forward. Overrunning it for New South Wales was Powell. Scott goes back after it, tries to tap it out. Chris Danaher gets the hand pass. Ironmonger in the centre, can't get the ball away. Beautiful pickup by Waitman. The captain leads from the front, goes for goal. Grabbed by Stoneham, dispossessed by Brownless. Brownless hurries it over. It's over the boundary line, surely.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
Gafer was over when he kicked the ball. And the umpire, the boundary umpire, will throw it in. Gafer having a bit of a chat to one of his teammates back there in Eustace. Potter, Ironmonger, Stoneham. Unfortunately, rain falling once again. Ironmonger, strength, gets the ball down. Brereton trying to get it out. So is Scott. Now Malakalis, the fresh man on the scene. His kick is beautifully smothered by Cordy. Anthony Danaher gets a little kick to it. Gleeson gathers the ball. He's well tackled by Chris Danaher. Ayres, look at the smothering tactics by New South Wales. And they are rewarded with a free kick to Chris Danaher. His kick is smothered, but it rebounds, and he'll get another go at it. Chris Danaher's torpedo punt kick to the centre wing. The ball comes through to the back. Gathered by Morris. He can't do much with it. Tackled by Jeffrey. The ball goes over for a throw.
You notice that the Danaher brothers are confident when it comes to a torpedo punt. I wonder if they get out there and have a kick together, because you don't see too many players nowadays electing to go for the torpedo.
They learned all that stuff at a place called Ungaree down on the New South Wales-Victorian border. They go into attack again, New South Wales. It's chopped off by Waitman. He leaves it behind. Then he gets the hand pass. Now Lovett. Lovett's kick wide, out towards Phoebe. Umpire falls over. Phoebe goes on with it. Tim Powell. Look at the desperate play there by the New South Wales player. Phoebe back over the top. The hand pass. Potter's there. He falls over. Wright goes after the ball, close to the boundary line. Bolton helps him into the fence. Scott. Phoebe. He'll be caught, but he gets the hand pass wide. Wright is brilliantly caught by Anthony Danaher, and the tackling of the New South Wales team is fierce. Malakalis comes away with the ball, but just before that, a free kick will go back to be taken by New South Wales as Bolton and Scott have a bit of a dust-up, and Scott more or less asked David Bolton to keep his feet to himself. The free kick could be going to Powell.
This rain will definitely help New South Wales. This will drag Victoria down.
50-metre penalty. Powell gives it to Eustace, wide of the centre. Eustace's kick up towards full forward. No mark taken. An opportunity again for New South Wales. Tui can't crash his way through. Steins is there, and he goes after it again, the big fellow. He could be run down, but he gets his kick away. Into the centre. Player on his own is Gleeson.
With some space towards full forward. Kick not good, though. And Danaher. There's a lot of them out there. Neil's on the bench at the moment. Cordy. 1 point the difference. New South Wales lead in this historic game at the MCG. To centre wing. Lovett against Danaher. Still Lovett. Concedes ground but goes to Steins. To O'Donnell. Can the Vic set something up? O'Donnell. Stoneham on a long lead, and he takes a splendid mark. It's been quiet tonight, Barry Stoneham. See the pelting rain, and he held his ground against Billy Brownless and did it quite beautifully. From 50 metres out, drop punt, not a good kick, offline, and scores a level at the cricket ground. 9-12 to 10-6. With less than 3.5 minutes remaining in this most exciting game. Third quarter, still one to come.
Barry Stoneham's first score too, Bruce.
It's been well held by a couple of opponents. Anthony Danaher, who has kicked in superbly, and that is no exception. He has thumped that ball to the centre wing. Looks for his brother often. This time Waitman misses it. Something he hasn't done very often. The Danahers are onto him. Terry and Chris. And it will be a bounce down on the sponsor's sign with scores level after 90 minutes of ferocious football.
It's been a terrific competition so far. Waitman tries to get it out to Lovett. He's well tackled by Bolton fairly, which is difficult in these conditions. Chris Danaher back to Stevie Wright. The kick goes wide. Now a little bit of good fortune here for New South Wales. They could have the ball in their goal line. Collins working overtime. O'Donnell goes in to help out. Mitchell doing the frustrating work. The ball finishes with Powell. He can't break clear. O'Donnell is still there. Tries to get the handball to Collins. Attempted kick off the ground by Potter, but picked up now by Malakalis. He's kicked towards centre-half forward. No mark to Stoneham. Brownless is first back. He gets the ball out. Eustace, Scott gets the ball back. Now Stoneham. A sweeping hand pass. Malakalis well tackled by Brownless. Potter's got back there for New South Wales, and he clears back towards the centre. The mark taken by Ellison. Ellison's quick kick, a little too far out there for Tui, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in. Billy Brownless in the hands of the trainers.
Little crook after he took that front-on tackle against Malakalis, his teammate.
Malcolm Blight, I wonder what he was thinking of back home. Ayres, it's tough now. It's really hard.
Really, it's there for the guy who really does want it. Who really does want it. The game is there.
I think they all want it. They've all
Look at the
shown
tackles in the
tremendous
third quarter.
desperation.
New South Wales 12 effective tackles, Victoria 3, scores level. Almost at three-quarter time. And clean possessions are going to be very difficult in the final 30 minutes.
The other interesting thing about a wet day, Bruce, is the fact that you rarely get hurt on a wet day because players aren't moving with the same speed.
Ironmonger, who has done such a magnificent job, taken Steins, Salmon and Stoneham on at different times. And another throw in on centre wing. So time ticking away. And will it be all square at three-quarter time? It would be the perfect setup for this final term.
Ironmonger sets himself again, and his body is in the road of Steins. Tui tries to get it out to Allison, who balks the hand pass and gets past Jeffrey, and with pace gets past another Victorian defender. It comes up. It's Terry Danaher, runs into an open goal. New South Wales in front. Terry Danaher kicks his first goal. New South Wales lead by 6 points with just seconds remaining in the third term.
Well, they love a winner up here in New South Wales, and when Sydney hits the front, the Sydney Swans, they come alive. And they've come alive here just now as Terry Danaher goes into this open goal. He looked around, summed up the situation, touched the ball on the ground, and a very vital goal.
11-6, 9-12. Allison's footy there was terrific the way he took them on. Made an extra 5 metres. Ironmonger can hardly lift that huge frame of his up. And they're chanting for New South Wales. Off the ground by Ayres. Gafer. Brereton's tackle good. Bolton tries to weave his way through.
That's
off the
good.
ground. Ironmonger. The big fellow couldn't take it. Allison off the ground. Seconds ticking away. Good take back there by Lovett. And the Vics might get out of this as the siren sounds at three-quarter time. Scott was away, but time runs out. And don't they love it with New South Wales? Well, sit back and relax. This should be a terrific last quarter. It's been a contest all the way, 11-6 to 9-12. Allison from the centre. Longmire. Well, if he kicks this, it'll be the perfect start.
Now he could, Bruce, because it's a dry ball, a new ball, and Allison kicked it very, very well. Now, as the ball gets heavier, it won't be as easy to kick. Now, he can take advantage here, Longmire.
Hasn't missed one all night. Drop punt. Gee, it's a good kick. It's home. It's through. Well, two of the stars tonight have been Allison and Longmire. Longmire's kicked 8, and New South Wales strike first blood in the final term.
Well, it's good to see the New South Wales players going up and congratulating Ironmonger for getting the ball out of the centre. and his work was rewarded. A great goal. If he can capitalise now with this dry ball, you can kick it much further, much easier to handle, but it won't be in 10 minutes' time.
Stephen Silvani giving John Longmire some attention. Ironmonger, Collins, kick out by Mitchell, goes to half forward. No mark taken. Opportunity now for Carey. Carey couldn't quite get through. Attempted kick off the ground by Tui. Ball rebounds out wide. Out near the 50-metre line. Cordy gets his foot to the ball, goes into the pocket. And Jeffrey helps it over in front of Tui for a boundary throw in about 15 metres around from the New South Wales goal.
I don't like the move of Stoneham into the ruck. I don't like that move. He's been quiet, maybe trying to get into play, but he's not a ruckman.
Mitchell couldn't quite get the football. Collins close to the boundary line helps it over. So we'll have another boundary throw in. Andrew Collins looking a little worse for wear with the muddy conditions that have prevailed this evening.
Gary Lyon then in screen number 15. He's limping too.
Carey doing the ruck work. Mark Roberts is on the ground for New South Wales, a fresh man. Trying to get through as Mitchell. Now Jeffrey gets his foot to the ball and kicks it wide. The race is on. All players pretty tired. Tim Powell slips over. Bolton's in there. Over the top was Malakalis. He breaks away now. And he takes the football with him. He gets his foot to the ball and kicks it towards half forward. Oh, dead set push in the back. Umpire allowed it to go on. Now Brownless. Sweeping hand pass, goes back towards Eustace. Chris Danaher's there. He gets the ball over. Opportunity for Gaffer. Now, New South Wales get clear through Potter, and what a good mark taken by Allison. And he must figure in the best players. Brett Allison. The kick is a good one. The mark is taken by Roberts. Another player who played a little bit of football here on the Sydney Cricket Ground with the Swans. The kick falls in short. The mark is taken by Stoneham.
From half-back, running on the ball, brings it wide. Brereton the target, Ironmonger the front. Gaffer tries to chip it out. Danaher off the ground. Some body work there. Love it. Morwood. It's going to be a hard footy to get. Malakalis has Waitman if he needs him. Good tackle by Mitchell. Punched on by Terry Danaher. Mitchell kicked it about 2 metres. Stoneham's quick kick. Eustace did well, as he's done all night. Very good footy. Potter, quick kick. They've got a chance here. It should sit for Roberts. Trying to run him down. Here's Jeffrey. Still Roberts, who's had 3 kicks since he's come on. Longmire Silvani, will it go through? Oh. Yes, it will. It's a goal.
Imagine Malakalis attempts of kick off the ground. Mitchell's in there. Collins desperate to try and lift his side. Stephen Phoebe kick off the ground. Goes wide. Wright tries to outrun Anthony Danaher, but he can't. And the big Essendon defender kicks the ball over for a boundary throw-in. He's been as steady as a rock at full back for New South Wales. Anthony Danaher. And they could just hang on. Ironmonger, who has been tireless in the ruck. Anthony Danaher there. Pulled off the football. Could have been Phoebe. No, it was Collins. Over the top goes Ayres. And the umpire calls for a ball up. Eustace picks himself up. All players very tired. But boy, have New South Wales got some incentive now. They lead by 18 points. The ball deep in Victoria's forward zone. And the umpire calls for another ball up. They look pretty weary, Don, all of them.
Oh, it's just a slog, Ian. This is just a slog.
New South Wales has kicked 11 of the last 14 goals. And they lead by 3. Ironmonger. Ayres kept it in play. And that typifies Gaffer's desperation.
And they're growing in confidence, New South Wales. You could see there the Danahers went around and congratulated, or Chris went over and congratulated Gaffer. Sign of confidence.
Ironmonger, Gaffer, who's got some space. Potter tells him where to kick it. Kick it wide, he says. The race on. Tui and Brown. Brown, who was so very good early, but has died out of it. Allison, who's been one of the stars for New South Wales. And it'll be a throw-in with Victoria attacking, but a long way away from the goal. Less than 20 minutes remaining, and the Big V's going to have to find something special. Gleeson to centre half forward. Chance for Wright. just gives it across to Waitman, who just misses. Oh, and the captain will be kicking himself as he hits the post. And it's 9-13 to 13-6.
Well, they've still got that bit of class, Victoria. You can see there that build-up is quite classical.
Anthony Danaher kicks into the outer side. The kick is effective. It finds Allison in the back pocket. He plays on. Again, a wide kick. And it finds its mark. Tui has come up from the wing position. Marks on his chest.
Robert Scott off and Krasiska going onto that half-forward line, being picked up by Potter.
Mark Roberts attempts a high-flying mark. It's not on. Mitchell down where the ball normally is in these conditions on the ground. He's kicked towards centre-half forward. Coming out is Longmire. Picked off by Malakalis. He could be run down by Roberts, but he gets around that player and kicks with the left foot wide. The mark is taken by Lovett. Lovett between half-back and centre wing. Kicks it over the wing towards half-forward. Punched away by Tui. Desperate stuff. Jeffrey's there. He can't keep the ball in play. And we'll have another boundary throw-in on centre wing outer side. The fans have been on their feet right from the start of the game. There hasn't been much in this contest all night. And with 18.5 minutes left, the New South Wales side hold control. Mitchell, Eustace. Haven't they tried hard, those players, in difficult conditions? This ball is over on the full. Free kick to Victoria.
And this is the best ground, Ian, for football in Australia. The atmosphere just cannot be recaptured by any ground.
Krasiska, quick kick, and finds Waitman. A little fortuitously, but Waitman at half forward. Has Steins on a lead, doesn't get that far. Ironmonger, still the big man. Free kick to Danaher. This is Chris. They've all been good. To Gafer. And they're confident, all right. Brownless goes wide and has the lead, and it's a very good kick. It was never, ever going to miss the target, Carey. New South Wales suddenly running with confidence to centre half forward. Tui at the back. Well done by Stoneham. Kick wide. Brown has to wait for it. Left foot. Collins, who's just covered with mud. Brilliantly done by Cordy to Mitchell. Good kick to Allison, who's got some space.
Kick a goal.
And he could kick a goal. His left foot's missed, though. But it could be important in the long run because it's 18 points the difference. 9-13 to 13-7.
Stephen Silvani at fullback, or whatever position John Longmire is playing. Stephen Silvani's his opponent. The kick in goes towards half-back on the outer side. Beautifully picked up by Roberts. Just gets his foot to the ball. Longmire gathers. Silvani is there. He's able to out-bustle his opponent this time, Stephen Silvani, and he kicks the ball back into the centre. No mark taken. Chris Danaher gets it back to brother Terry, the older statesman. Gavin Brown's in there for Victoria. Ayres just gets his left foot to the ball. Goes back towards the centre. The ball rebounds now. Brereton, handball over the top, looks for Phoebe. Chipping in is Gafer. Oh, good smother there by Brereton. Forces the ball towards centre-half forward proper. Anthony Danaher falls over. He could be caught and penalised. Graham Wright gets it to Gleeson. Gleeson is brilliantly run down. He gets his foot to the ball, kicks it towards goal, and it's offline. All clear, one behind. And the tackler there, Bolton, was it, Don?
It's reminiscent of a boxing match, isn't it? A boxer and a fighter. Victoria being the boxer, got all the skill. The New South Wales, a fighter, they're just hanging in there.
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, Don. Brownless. Left foot, Allison, who's been quite superb. Had a bit of a quiet patch in the second term, but his run and penetration has given New South Wales something all night. Just short, Ironmonger. What a game he's played. Allison still running. Another short one. They're chipping away here and looking very good. Potter at half forward. Longmire on the lead. Not far enough. Stoneham.
Well cut out by Stoneham. Good positioning.
From centre half back. And the Big V need a goal, and they need one very quickly. Ironmonger and Steins. Cordy. Powell off the ground, though, by Brown. Or Phoebe, was it? Now Brereton. It's a good kick. Oh, it's a great kick. saw Lyon and saw some space.
He's a great player. He just fixed up Powell on the half-back line, Brereton, went on with it, and look at the pass. Like, he can play football any way you want it, Brereton. He's a gun player.
Actually, they've made this switch to put Lyon up on the forward line, and this is the first opportunity he's had, and we're into the quarter by about 11 minutes.
45 metres out. Normally a very good kick. The drop punt is a good one. Didn't quite make it, though. Waitman. Still New South Wales through Mitchell. Off the ground. Good defender's kick. And things are happening for the Blues at the moment. That looked home by Lyon. Didn't quite make it. Mitchell carries it out, and it's 50 metres away.
I'll tell you what, Barry Mitchell, he doesn't get very many good kicks, Don, but he's always down there, isn't he? Ferreting away. Free kick being picked out of it. It's going to Victoria in the ruck contest. It's against Ironmonger. Holding on.
Go on, don't argue, John Ironmonger. Get into the goal square.
She look at Powell on the mark. Look at his left eye. Absolutely streaming with blood.
I wonder where he got that from.
Stoneham, the Victorian player, with the free kick. Too far out to score, I would think, although he's a pretty good kick. This is no exception. It's a beauty. It's a goal.
13-7 to 10-14. And both Ian Robertson and Don Scott were in Sydney. Totally different game Friday night, but Geelong was in a similar position and couldn't hold on. Victoria making a little run here at New South Wales.
Oh, their spirit will lift them too, Bruce, I think. They wouldn't want to be a Victorian side coming home from an interstate game defeated.
Well, I've been in one, Ian. It's not a good feeling. First state of origin against Western Australia at Subiaco.
Cordy, still Cordy. Can hardly find the football in the mud. Brown with a little one. Waitman wants a free kick.
Oh, let the game go.
Stages and gets it. So the skipper from centre half forward takes a chance. And how far can you run? Not that far, Dale. It's got to come back. Well, he doesn't like it, but it was far exceeding the limit. Just caught off balance when he took one more player on.
And Carey going off for New South Wales. Morris coming back on.
Potter wide. Terry Danaher plays the boundary line. Roberts on a lead. Oh, kept it in play. That mightn't have been wise. Could have easily bundled it out, and Victoria will get away with it. Love it. Great tackle, though. Eustace with good hand skills. Love it. Got it out cleverly. Left foot. Phoebe. Right couldn't take it. Potter. Bolton. Potter, Bolton again. Brownless broke the tackle from Ayres. Chris Danaher can't get a game for Essendon, playing a great game tonight. Free kick. It was going to be Victoria's ball through Jeff, and he's going to let the advantage play on. Goes short and drills it on Wright's chest.
The mark is taken by Wright. He elects to go straight into the centre. It's effective. The mark has been taken by Krasiska. He's right in the centre. Usually pumps it long distances. This is no exception to full forward. Nearly a mark to New South Wales to Anthony Danaher. Kick off the ground there by Stoneham. And it goes through for a behind to Victoria. Barry Stoneham, he's lifted in this last quarter. 10 points the difference. New South Wales lead. The Vics have had 25 scoring shots to 20. But it's really been the good play of the New South Wales defence that has forced the errors by the Victorian forwards. Anthony Danaher again. Look at the kick. Well outside 50 metres into the centre, and a good mark taken by Ayres. Now Gary Ayres be looking for a pass, I would think. No, he thumps it in long. Within goal scoring distance, no mark. Eustace, Gary Lyon, taps it out. Now Gleeson. Shot for goal by Gleeson is going to drop short. Powell, good mark. Gets the hand pass out, no wasting time. Comes out to Potter. Potter's kick. Not a good one, but it's going 45, 50, 55 metres away from the New South Wales goal, where Mitchell keeps his footing and thumps the ball over for a boundary throw in on centre wing.
Mightn't have been a good kick, but very, very effective, because there were no options down the ground, and compliments to both sides. They're really playing man-on-man football now.
Ironmonger and Steins. Steins off the ground. Oh, O'Donnell's handball very good to Collins. Phoebe. Victoria mounting a challenge, trailing by just 10 points. Short. Play on call, good decision. And again, a bounce down. At centre half forward, Gleeson over the ball. And these players have given 110% tonight. Ayres, who's becoming important, but not that time. Deemed a throw, second time tonight against Gary Ayres. New South Wales free kick. And every minute now becoming important. Not a lot of time left. Goals have been hard to get. And New South Wales lead by 10 points. Right to centre wing. Morris took off early. O'Donnell just gives it across to Collins. Left foot not that far. Phoebe in the front spot will get a free kick against Powell, who can hardly see out of that left eye. If it was a title fight, I reckon they'd stop it. So Phoebe from centre wing. Thumps it to half forward. Ironmonger at the back. Tui breaks a tackle. Handball was excellent. Bolton's left foot gets some distance. Morris has got to go hard. Thumped away by Krasiska. And again a throw in with New South Wales in attack at half forward.
Well, they're doing very well so far, New South Wales. Holding up across half-back and full-back. Protecting a 10-point advantage with 9 minutes left. Jimmy Steins takes the ball out of the air from the ruck contest. Pushed off the football there was Eustace. Stevie Wright, Ayres gets it to Steins. Steins goes short. O'Donnell, brilliantly tackled, but somehow gets it to Brown. Brown's forced to kick quickly into the pocket. No mark taken by Gafer. Brereton the tackler. Powell is caught by Phoebe. Somehow gets the ball out. Opportunity for Stevie Wright. He's tackled. Pushed in the back.
Gee, both sides really going at it strongly. The tackling, marvellous. The commitment, marvellous.
Great game of footy in very difficult conditions. Stevie Wright with the ball at half-back. Kicks it towards centre wing. The ball drops in short. Big Jimmy Steins tries to crash his way through. Barry Mitchell takes it over. We'll have another boundary throw in. And it's still a long way away from the Victorian goal. They trail by 10 points.
It's playing into New South Wales' hands. The ball being over there, being out of bounds. Victoria got to bring it ball back into the centre and open it up.
New South Wales 5 more handballs in this term. More than 13,000 people in at the cricket ground. And they're roaring themselves hoarse. Centre wing. 85 to 75.
It'll be nothing like the roar if they're in front when the siren goes.
Ironmonger and Steins. Two big bodies and brave hearts against one another. And again they'll go. Collins. Ironmonger. Bolton. Big body against big body. Steins with a little one. Ayres. Chris Danaher. Allison did it well. Gave Mitchell half a chance. They're just trying to work it forward in soccer fashion. They've gained about 40 metres, New South Wales. Roberts with sure handling, wants a free kick. Cordy, cleverly. Drop punt. And Allison should have taken it.
Took his eye off the ball. You can't do it.
Silvani with a quick one. A wasted chance for New South Wales. It could have been the final nail in the coffin. Wright misses. Good tackle. Excellent tackle on Longmire. Well, Phoebe misses Gleeson. Gafer off the ground. It didn't sit for Bolton. Krasiska in a hurry. Silvani exhausted. Danaher with him. Longmire does well. They can hardly lift their legs. Jeffrey. It's like a Grand National steeplechase with two fences to get over. Powell, and he does it and does it well. And don't they love it?
Tim Powell plays on quickly. Handball over the top. Goes to Neil Danaher. Neil Danaher's kick is 45 metres towards goal. No mark taken. Jimmy Steins is caught with the football. It's fed out rugby style. Malakalis can't break away. Stevie Wright throwing himself and desperately trying to get the ball out. And he's been penalised. Well,
they've got to make an attempt. That's the ruling. And another change coming. Gleeson going off for Victoria and Scott coming back on.
O'Donnell's kick is a beauty, but it's repelled. New South Wales back into their forward half. Roberts back to Eustace. Eustace around the corner. No one there for New South Wales. Jeffrey kicks it long. Back towards centre half forward. The Vics are there, 2-1. Malakalis marks. Plays on. The kick nearly smothered. But it's marked eventually by Gaffer at centre half back.
It would have been better to go long with that kick, as Jeffrey did coming out of the back line.
Hand pass off to Eustace. Eustace across to half back. Out wide. Brown and Cordy. Brown tired. So is Cordy. Brown will take the free kick. Cordy all over the top of him. Advantage is paid. Lyon runs away with it. The short pass is good. And Dale Wakeman takes the mark. And I would think it would be a real test for him, the distance. He's about 40 metres from goal. Very tired. Heavy ball.
It's very slippery too, Ian.
20 possessions and he's kicked 2 goals too. This could be the most important goal he's kicked for the season so far. Dale Wakeman. Drop punt kick. He pulls it, trying to get the extra distance. And it's through for another behind. 2 goals through, 3 to Dale Wakeman. And Victoria trail by 9 points. Anthony Danaher not in much of a hurry at all.
Well, no better than to have the ball at this stage. He can kick the ball long. Let's hope he gets some distance.
Didn't really time it. Brown's got a chance. Didn't take the mark. Gaffer. Roberts, who's been excellent in this last quarter. Off the ground. Ayres. Morwood misses. Roberts. Neil Danaher. And another throw in at half forward. Well, there's only been one score in about the last 7 or 8 minutes. It was Waitman's behind. In fact, I think he's kicked the last 2 points of the game. And with 3 3/4 minutes to go, the odds are in the Blues' favour. O'Donnell. If you're a bookmaker, suddenly you'd have New South Wales favourite for the first time tonight.
Fantastic smother there by Russell Morris. Fantastic.
85-76. And when you think back on this game and what John Longmire did just before half-time to give New South Wales that lift, it was oh so important. Roberts again smothers. Mitchell carries it over. And Don Scott, as Victoria lost its chance.
Well, that's inspiring stuff. That's energy-sapping stuff if you're a Victorian. It's inspiring stuff if you're a New South Welshman.
Boundary throw in 35 metres around from the New South Wales goal. Mitchell tries to get through. Neil Danaher handballs it underground. And he gathers another 6 or 7 metres for his side. It's well within scoring distance for New South Wales. Teddy Witt anxiously looking on. Billy Goggin. They really have to place their faith in the fortitude of these guys out there now. Chris Danaher over the boundary once again. Precious seconds being wasted by New South Wales. They're in no hurry. Blood streaming from Chris Danaher's face. Terry Danaher, the little brother, or the big brother, goes after it. Allison still got some pace left in his legs. Bumped off it by Wakeman. Kick off the ground. Brown's there. Nearly a gather there by O'Donnell. Chris Danaher gets it to Neil Cordy. Neil Cordy kicks New South Wales back into the forward pocket. Kick off the ground by Longmire. Comes back to Roberts. Can he kick another goal on his left foot? Oh, it's a mark. Morris. 20 metres from goal on a 45-degree angle.
The value of playing in front. That was a missed kick. It wasn't a pass. Hit him fair on the chest.
Well, Russell Morris kicks for goal, and it looks, no, it's hit the post. Well, I don't think it'll make much difference really, because New South Wales have got the ball deep in their forward line. There's only a minute and a half left, and Victoria need 2 goals to win. Silvani kicks the ball back in for Victoria.
Want Steins, and the Vics have got to get clean possession. Malakalis from Brown, or Phoebe, to centre wing. Now Brown does very well to keep it in play. That's what they've got to do. Malakalis still running. Brereton. Bolton desperate. And a throw in. Victoria attacking. But time running out. They trail by 10 points. And we're almost into the final minute. Ironmonger to Mitchell. He gets a free kick.
Played a great game too, Barry Mitchell.
Oh, doesn't he get underneath the pack for his size?
Yep.
And he's also very competent laying strong tackles.
Mitchell from halfback. Short drop punt, wants Ironmonger. almost right with him. Phoebe, Morwood, right, and it'll be a bounce down. Well, it's been 65 years since New South Wales has beaten Victoria. I know they haven't played a lot in that time, but listen to that Sydney roar. 86-76. And a game that has been criticised for the last month is going to have a fairy tale ending, because New South Wales is going to be a winner at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Jeffrey, still with Jeffrey. Danaher's tackle was strong and brave, and it will be another ball down. And New South Wales are 10 points in front, and still Stevie Wright wants to argue the point. And there it is. Teddy's face says it all. They've done it against the odds. They gave 50 points in Sydney today. This was going to be a walkover, and the VICs can't believe it. Billy Goggin and Ted Whitten look on, and New South Wales celebrates as Dale Waitman can't believe his luck, and the 13,000 stand. And John Ironmonger and John Longmire and the rest of the heroes have made a name for themselves tonight on the SCG. They'll talk about this for a long time to come. The final scores, 13-8-86 to 10-16-76. 16-76 by 10 points. They led by 3 points at half-time, by 6 points at three-quarter time, and finish up hanging on by 10 points. Cameron Williams is on the ground with the victorious New South Wales team.
Terry, what a magnificent win. Oh, it was terrific. You know, as I said to you blokes earlier, yesterday or a couple of days ago, the boys there, if we got out and were prepared to work hard, it was anyone's game. I guess, copping a bit of rain tonight sort of made it, it all got down to just who wanted the ball the most. And I think our boys just on the night wanted a little bit more than them, and it paid dividends. But,
tremendous amount of commitment there. What about the State of Origin football in Sydney?
Well, it looks like we're going to have to put up the challenge now, aren't we? They've got to come and play us. But, oh, no, well, I think it's a great thing for football and a great thing for the New South Wales. I think the public and that for coming along tonight is terrific, and it was broadcasted right throughout Australia. And I think it's just a credit to particularly our young boys, who performed. Young Johnny Longmire in front of goal, and Brett Allison and all the boys, that's just to name a couple that I felt that did a terrific job for us. Mark Eustace, they're not big name players, but they were players that really stuck to their task and did jobs. But everyone contributed, and it was a terrific effort.
You'd have to include yourself in that. Terry, you've got some celebrating to do, mate. We'll let you get back to the room.
Thanks very much, Dave.
Cameron Williams with Terry Danaher, Ron Barassi, Bill Goggin, Corvin Moore, Graham Richmond, the Victorian selectors and coach there, bewildered, cannot believe what's happened at the Sydney Cricket Ground today. No, that woman's hair was that colour when the match started. But I'm sure that there's been great excitement here tonight. It really has been a wonderful game.
Conducive to constructive handballing?
Well, I'm a little bit critical of the short passing. I thought a lot, some of the possession football, but the guys are programmed and trained to play possession football. And I think if they took a leaf out of, say, Russell Jeffrey's kick at the end there, where he just sent the ball long and found two Victorians, but then a short pass was on and they messed it up. In the conditions like this, you just got to send it down long, because there's going to be mistakes, but it's better 60 yards down the ground the mistake than 30 yards down the ground.
So New South Wales winning by 10 points, took 3 marks, had 2 free kicks, and finished the match with 8 goals. And considering that New South Wales kicked 13, it was in many ways a match-winning performance. John Longmire is with Cameron Williams in the rooms.
Yes, John, incredible statistics for the match tonight. You'd be very happy to be part of this right now.
Oh yeah, I think after all the criticism that's been in the paper, we read the paper today, and everyone just seemed to bag us from Melbourne, Sydney. They all seemed to bag us, so we had a lot to prove, but we come out and did it, which is good.
You found just unbelievable touch with the boot tonight. You've kicked, 34 goals for the season so far for North Melbourne, but you wouldn't swap too many of them for the 8 you kicked tonight.
Oh no, I've gone in right in patches for North, but I've kicked a lot of points, and I don't know, tonight things just went all right, and the ball came off the boot nice and sweet, and managed to kick straight, which was a nice change.
As the man who spearheaded the early part of that effort, did you feel any nervousness at all in that scrappy last quarter where it was getting really desperate?
No, the boys up the field did a tremendous job. They were tackling. Blokes like Stevie Wright and Terry Danaher did an unbelievable job getting to the bottom of the pack. They just wanted to win, and they just kept fighting, and it was in the bag, I thought.
All right. Hey, do you feel like a blue?
Oh yeah, well, I was born in New South Wales, and I think most of the blokes here tonight were also born in New South Wales, so it was just good to knock the big V off.
There's plenty of celebrating to do tonight then.
Oh yeah, well, we'll have to go a bit quiet. We've got another game this week, so Shimmer won't want me to muck up too much.
Okay, mate. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
John Longmire there with Cameron Williams. Gee, 3 days, a long time in footy. He found himself on Tony Lockett on Saturday.
18 pick for Victoria. Chris Danaher can't get a game with Essendon. Neil's been struggling. There's a fella on the picture, a chap in the picture there, Michael Werner, who has been in and out of the Essendon side over the last couple of
years. Yes, well, I did. I suppose as far as the football concerned up here, it was good. It's a tremendous atmosphere, the football up here, but they're a very happy quarter. I thought was quite sensational. But then again, I thought he died out a little bit as the game went on and took his eye off the ball at a critical stage in the last quarter.
Dermot Brereton tried very, very hard for his side, tried to lift them in the finish, and his 3 goals were very valuable.
Barry Mitchell under the pack all night. It's just a pity his finishing off is not as good as what his endeavour is.
Dale Waitman tried to lift his side as well. 2 goals, 3 and 21 possessions.
And Giant Ironmonger, statistics don't really show much except for hit-outs, and 28. Not a bad effort considering.
Jimmy Steins, he was, I thought he struggled a bit. You gave him a bit of a rap. I thought Ironmonger really was the best big man on the ground, but Steins, with 21 hit-outs and 18 possessions, certainly paid his way.
So the individual stats as we look at the New South Wales room, absolutely delighted with themselves, and so they should be as we take a break from the Sydney Cricket Ground, and we'll be back very shortly.
How are you, Jim? Tone, how are you, Tone?
Jim, just as perspective. Jim, anyone would have been proud to have one son out there, but you had 4 of them. You must be the proudest guy on the ground.
Oh, I probably am, yes. Having one out there is terrific, but to have the whole 4 and have them on the ground there at the finish was tremendous.
Who'd you give your best and fairest to?
Toss up between Longmire, I'd say, 8 goals. I think he was the key. I thought Brett Allison played well, but I thought every fella done everything he could to win for New South Wales. They worked their insides out. It was tremendous to see it.
Okay.
Who's the ruckman?
Thanks very much, Jeff. Okay, we'll let you celebrate.
And celebrate, I'm sure they will, and they'll be celebrating in Ungary too, I'm sure, where the Danahers come from. Jim must have taught those boys well. They did him proud tonight. It's been a wonderful night for State of Origin football all round. New South Wales winning by 10 points. We've enjoyed it immensely here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Another big round of football coming up this weekend. Check your local guides. Stay with 7 Sport. Hope you've enjoyed the night from the Sydney Cricket Ground.